The Dalai Lama is a sexist motherfucker or something, and the Young Turks aren't having it. Mass media and Silicon Valley censorship of conservatives has gone into overdrive. I want to tell you about a new social network that could be the answer to this suppression. Pocketnet.app is one of the first social networks that has no corporate or central server. It works like a network of equal nodes, kind of like Bitcoin, so it's very difficult to shut down or censor. Create your private key login at pocketnet.app. Viewers of this channel get a limited time special offer. You can get 5 Pocketcoin for signing up at pocketnet.app using the link in the description.
The Dalai Lama is the leader. He's a leader, he's exiled, but he's also a spiritual leader to many. And so people look to him for guidance. Unfortunately, during a recent interview, he said that if he were to come back as a reincarnated being, as the next Dalai Lama, as a woman, that he would want to be hot.
Yeah, if I was a chick, I'd want to be hot too. Why is that unfortunate?
And so some reporter challenged him to that. Let's take a listen.
You also told one of my colleagues that that female must be attractive, otherwise it's not much use.
Okay, yes.
Can you see why that comment upset a lot of women?
That is one time.
Bet it didn't upset a lot of hot women.
If female Dalai Lama comes, and it should be more attractive. If female Dalai Lama, oh God.
How's his impression of ugly bitches? If a female Dalai Lama comes, she can't be a fucking minger.
Dead people, I think, prefer not see a dead face.
Cool, Lama. So it seems like in that moment, again, the Dalai Lama is a spiritual leader to many. And it usually for like this fancy free, like, oh, you know, hey, I'm a very important and very kind of controversial, but essentially exiled by the Chinese government. And to answer the question, like if I were to come back, I'd want to be a hot woman. Otherwise, in his previous statement, he said, otherwise there would not be much use to it. Oh. What do you think, ladies?
This is gross.
Oh, here come the problematic police. These cunts, the young fucking Turks, are about to moral grandstand to the fucking Dalai Lama. What the fuck is going on?
Do you know him? You know the Dalai Lama? Have you like followed him before? Seen anything else he's done? Like listened to his speeches?
What? Are you asking me, do I breathe?
He clearly wasn't asking you if you agree. And what is there to agree with anyway? The Dalai Lama said if he was a chick Dalai Lama, he'd want to be a hot chick Dalai Lama. It's his opinion.
There's a difference between like, I know who the Dalai Lama is and like, oh, that's an inspirational figure to me. Has he ever been an inspirational figure to you? Or is he just like peripheral, like, oh, cool, I like his voice, sounds like his.
No, he's not been an inspirational figure personally.
These comments are not defensible, and I'm not trying to defend them, but it doesn't align with the history of decades of his preaching, of his spiritual messages. It seems like an outlier, it seems bizarre, but it also, to me, the reaction to this is part of this kind of cancel culture that we have. There is a phrase that pops up, there's something that is indefensible that somebody says, and then automatically, there's something wrong with this guy,
well,
right?
I don't like.
I'm not saying
cancel culture though. No, I like that we're having this conversation.
I think it's an important conversation.
Cancel the Dalai Lama, but
Are they really debating the merits of cancelling the Dalai Lama? What are these people on?
certain words oftentimes come with violence. I'm not a free. What am I trying to say?
No fucking idea, love.
Oh my goodness, I'm not a free speech absolutism. Not as someone who's been called the N-word way too many times.
Right, and even the word.
I'm just not. So I think cancel culture. It's a way for people to cancel people holding people accountable. And sometimes that's what you need. Nobody's killing them.
Right.
It's just, hey, you know what? Maybe you can't be famous. Maybe I'm not gonna buy your stuff.
Okay. Don't buy the Dalai Lama's stuff.
I think like free speech absolutist is already like a rhetorical footing that has given up so much. Because free speech has absolutism, and I know that you were like trying to, you mentioned like something that was in the discussion itself. And I agree that like even that is just like saying everyone else is a free speech, sometimes. And sometimes they're saying free speech is not allowed, but it's not even free speech. We're just talking about like, everyone just please be a person.
Yeah, look, I've got no idea what this fella's saying. It kind of seems like he's losing the ability to even say words. I'm gonna leave it there. The Young Turks are just so far from anything anyone should consider taking seriously. And the Dalai Lama is a funny cunt. Catch ya.
Can you see why a lot of women, though, found that quite offensive when you said it?
So one Indian, you see, because of some complaint about my sort of, that sort of my sort of expression. But okay, I think they themselves, I think if there's opportunity to ask whether they spend some money for makeup.
Recession, give me better times, give me better times. Recession.